Welcome everyone. We'll start our lesson 5. Today lesson will go through LO5 learning outcome 5. As you know, my name is Anjum Sattar. Please, if you have any question, drop me email anjum@ukversity.co.uk and I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Today lesson will go through our LO5, which is about understand human resource management approaches within organization and their relationship within organization performance. When we say organization performance, performance is always equal to time, cost, and quality, and human resource can play the key role. We discuss about the David Guest model, Harvard model, and various other models. We had a discussion in the previous. The key focus was organization can't progress or grow without the human resource, because the human resource is most important asset. Human being is most important. Today lesson will go through 5.1, which is our assessment criteria critically evaluate. When we looking the level 7 qualification, more focus is a critically evaluate the relationship between the business strategies and human resource management. So business strategy, we want to reduce customer complaint. We want to improve the customer quality. We want to improve the customer satisfaction. So you have to be trained your staff. You have to recruit the right person at the right, putting the right job at the right place with the right skill and with the right abilities, and you put them into right place. Then we can achieve the key objective, which we want to be increase the customer satisfaction transfer as overall organization strategy. Put forward the idea the worker motivated and mainly by pay. According to the scientific school of thought, which is various authors, we have the motivational theory and the Frederick Walker Taylor, F.W. Taylor. He was the bricklayer. He gave the theory that people are motivated when you pay them salary, good salary, piece rate. So according to the people need to be closely monitored. According to this, people can be lazy, if you know, but there are a number of other theories. Then no, people need to be empowered instead of so workers don't naturally enjoy the work and not create the close supervision and control. Therefore the management should break down the production into the series of the small tasks and monitor and achieve the objective, make the change of command, and thus help to achieve according to the scientific school of thought, which is they're looking maximum pay, they're looking more about the chain time and motion study discuss because so the Taylor method is widely, adopted by the businesses benefit, to increase the productivity level and low level of unit cost. But is according to Henry Ford, uh, who's used them to design the first ever, production line, and this is start, the era of mass production back in. So management theory, Taylor, the closely link the concept of the autocratic management style, decision. Then we have a theory X and theory Y, which is given by the McRaker. Thus, theory X approach is workers are views to be lazy, avoid, wish to avoid their responsibility. However, the workers soon came to dislike, Taylor approach. They were given boring, repetitive tasks. If we make the task, excited, the productivity can be increased little better than human machine. So one firm could, afford to lay off the workers, the productivity level increase, led by the increase, strike and form the industrial action and dissatisfied. So theory why is more focus about, then we have Elton Mayo, who's Python study. He discuss about, hygiene factors and motivator factors. So it's two group of the workers that affect the productivity, largely change, the lighting of the working condition, see the productivity level decline, and we actually discover the supervised him and change, the lighting working condition, and that help, to increase the productivity level. According to the Mayo, if we do the better communication between the workers, that's like a couple of you watch the program Undercover Boss, that help to increase the productivity. Anyone any question here, please? Okay, so greater managers involvement and the workers in the group and the team, if we work, so we can increase the productivity. So should rearrange the production, encourage the greater use of the team working, introduce the personnel department, encourage, the greater managers involvement, and his theory the most closely in patriotic style of management. Then Maslow, according to the Maslow, Ibrahim Maslow is a humanist psychologist, is looking, more the theory which is given that need. So we have to look around the basic need, they fulfill social need, that leads to the self-actualization. So if we fulfill, so the companies and the managers need to be the motivation to increase the performance, to motivate the staff, that's the help, increase the productivity. Okay, then we have a Frederick Horsburgh two-factor theory, the motivator and hygiene factor, the Frederick Horsburgh theory, and F.W. Taylor. F.W. Taylor was mostly scientific approach, piece rate, and there are the motivator or hygiene factor, which is known as the demotivator factor. So we have to look around what are the motivator factors that demotivate staff, not present, but not them. So we have to look around the motivator factor or the concern about the actual job itself, and instead, interesting work, how the opportunity give, extra responsibility, recognition, promotion, not just the money only, but number of other factors. We have to look around, like, giving shares in the company, the essence of the belongingness. So that is quite crucial. Job enlargement, worker give, greater variety of the task instead of just a small task. Job enrichment involve the workers being given the wider range of more complex, interesting, and challenging tasks. If the task is too easier, so they have a sense of proudness when they achieve those. That's also quite crucial. So Henry Monsberg formulated the contingency model, which is identify. We have to look around, complexity of the environment, rate the change of the environment, and then you increase the productivity. That's, also is quite crucial, which we can look around in more fast-paced changing world. Really, now we have to be look around. Then we have, so Monsberg contingency model. So rational model based on the rationality, the relatively stable environment when rational strategy is possible due to the then formulation, implement, moderate, uncertainty, but high pace of the change. Immigrant is the approach, appreciate, is the speed of adaptability, which we can look around. And the complex decisions which we have to look around, organization operating in the stable environment, immigrant strategies allow, the change, complex and the fast phase, the change situation, the rational strategy, unsuited, radical approach become, the relevant. So we have to look around these accordingly. Anyone, any question? Okay, guys. Next, we're looking at the strategy, which is 3.5.2. Create the leadership strategy for organization that support the mission, vision, and value. The mission is the overall organization, overriding goals of the organization existence. The mission provides strategic perspective, and according to the Maslow, we have to be look around the mission, hierarchy of needs, and the objective. We look around the needs and hierarchy of needs. Now here we're looking the aims, why you are mission, why you are in the business, corporate objective, what you want, the functional level, and the business individual, and the operational level strategies and the objective which we can look around. Mission, the overall, the purpose of the business, vision, overall exploration where you want to see, the aim, the statement of the business intent to achieve, and the objective, the precise detailed statement aim of the goal. Normally aims what you do and objective what you want to be achieved at the end of the course of action. Like you're doing this course, OTHM level 7 you learn today, and which is mean doing assignment, achieving your qualification. Then you look the objective, number of other objective, good job, career progression, is all commercial awareness. So that's why we want to be look around. So objective mean end result what we want to be. Most will define a mission described as the organization basic function in strategy, the term of the product and the service is produce, the customer. A clear business objective. So purpose, why the business is exist, the value, what is the management believe, the statement of the behavior, the rules and the guides, how the business is operate, and the strategy and the scope, what business and how. Okay, so purpose which we can look around the business exists, the strategy which is mission, provide the logical and follow like in production of leadership costs, focus which we can policies and procedures that guide the behavior how you want, and the values, which is guided behaviors like, we not compromise, like we not treat people like to be, we treat people like to be treated, we are honest, we are provide the fair chance to everyone, accelerate and revive, we not compromise uh, 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 if there is any diversity issues and equality issues. All these are the values which we can look around in the light of. Okay, the functional area, these are all the marketing department, production. If we don't function as a one single unit, we're not going to increase the performance of the organization. That's we need. Organization structure is very important. Division 1, Division 2, and the segregation and responsibility that help to achieve the organization objective. So that is very crucial because organization structure in line in a way that will help to organization achieve its objective. Objective mean, we earlier we had a discussion, objective mean end result what you want to be achieved. So organization objective can help to achieve only if we work towards organization. So we have to look around the metric structure organization. So metric structure organization, normally if you have a different construction project or you're a construction company, so maybe you're doing the production 1, production 2, project A, project B. So that's the overall the department there, and the project start and finish. And but the organization structure exists there, and these people can be look after all the projects. Okay, guys, anyone any question here, please? Okay, then we can look around some of the definition, skeleton. We have to be look around, tall organization, span of control, a manager span of control, the number of people to whom he she directly responsible. Tall and the flat organization. Tall have the many layers, and the flat have the few layers. That's the few people at the managerial level. Okay, so when we looking the advantages, each organization structure centralized or decentralized, when we can do the centralized, all the head office make the decision that can be quick, decentralized. We look the divisional level, operational level, day in and out, that's which we can. Senior management free to concentrate on strategy, better local decision, local expertise, think globally, act locally. That's can be more decentralized. If it's a centralized, then of course it can be more quicker, responsible. Loss of control by the senior management, the function and the poor decision making, inexperienced manager. These are some issues really we need to be make sure we fit, with the organization values and objective of the organization. 5.3, which is monitor and evaluate the leadership strategy. So leaders, the word leader is mean anyone who has the ability to influence another is called leaders. Leader is thinking long term. Peter Drucker very well said, success of anything is a success of managers, and the very failure of anything is a failure of what the business are business, what will our business be, and what values for our customer, and what should our business. So that's all the question we have to ask, So what is the human resource management, the design, implementation, maintenance of strategies of managing people to optimize the business performance according to CIPD, which is Chartered Institute of Personnel Development. So you have to be look around how we can maximize our productivity and minimize our cost. That's the key, really we need to be focused. Anything we do, we have to be focused on the productivity. That's it, quite crucial, which you have to. Soft and the hard approach, which we had discussion in lesson 1 as well. Treat implies simply as the resource of the business. The strong link with the corporate business planning, and the resources down we need to be how we do get them and how much they cost. So the soft is the most, human resource is the most important asset that bring the source of competitive advantage, implies that treating individual that needs to be planned accordingly, and that's the soft approach. So hard management focus on the identify the worker needs, and recruit and manage, according to the hiring and moving and firing. Short-term changes of the employees recruitment, minimum communication, pay enough, to recruit, little empowerment, delegation, and appraise system. Focus on the judgment, good and the bad, and the taller organization structure and autocratic style can be suited. But the soft is focus on the needs of the employees, the strategic focus on the long-term work planning, regular two-way communication, competitive salary appraisal system is identified, the training and other need, the flatter organization and suit with the democratic, the leadership style. So we have the Kaplan Norton, which is the great scholar. They gave, the business need to be focused not on the one area. Like we quoted example of Nokia, they focus on the casting more. They close many the R&D, research and development center throughout the world. So what has happened due to that? So due to the incident of closing a lot of, research and development, the Nokia not innovate themselves. So that's, the stay behind. So according to the Norton, the balance scorecard, which is given by the Norton, Kaplan Norton, to inline the business activities to the VN and the strategy and improve internal and external communication and monitor the business performance. And again, the strategic goal, that is very, very important. We have to look around that help, to achieve the organization objective. Objective mean end result, that help you to achieve the organization objective. So guys, it's quite crucial. No single measure can, the broad picture of the organization health. So instead of the single measures, why not the use of the composite, scorecard involving and measure the different measures. And the Kaplan Norton devised, the framework based on the four perspective: financial perspective, internal and learning perspective. And so we have to look around the financial, internal, customer and organization capacity, and you have to manage all the perspective. So you have to be sustained in the long run. Anyone, guys, just think about that model can be applied to any organization of your choice. Just spend 2-3 minutes, please. So what is meant by financial perspective? What come under financial perspective? Good morning, Osama. You okay? How are you keeping?
Good morning. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, that's fine, mate. Thank you. Thanks for joining. So we are looking 5.3, and this is the model we are looking, which is Norton Kaplan, and with today is more about HR performance. So we had the Nokia company. They focus only the financial perspective. So they close many research and development centers in the world. They not innovate the product, and ultimately Nokia don't have the much market shares now, which used to be world leader. So that model saying you don't focus just the performance of the employees in the financial perspective. You look around the internal learning and the processes and the organization capacity and the customer perspective, because the customer wants change the thing, innovative thing. So you have to invest the money. So we have to be measure all these benchmarks. So that's, which we need to be look around the performance perspective. So the systematic approach and integrated approach, when we're looking the systematic focus on the needs, often off the job training, look around the formal more, yes, between the employees driven. Integrated, when we say integrated, include every department, do the coaching and mentoring, and ultimately help, to improve the performance. Close link to the activity. That's, activity. What really as an organization we would like to achieve, that is very crucial in. So systematic approach, which is large number of organizations in 1960, they include training and technologies contribute to the development of the profession. We have to look around more is focus. We have integrated every department. When let's say you need a production department, you want to be the production department can request to HR department, and HR will recruit the person that meet the production require. production department requirement, the what skills and ability they require the person, and ultimately this way, we can improve the performance at the organization. So this is very important in the HR perspective. We need the right person for the right job and the right abilities and the skills. So these are integrated approaches, which we discussed earlier, motivational. We have the scholar Peter Drucker. He said, the success of anything is the success of managers, and the failure of anything is a failure of managers. He said, managers can set up the task of planning, organizing, motivating, measuring performance and development. If they're not doing it, the organization is not successful. Alternatively, Henry Foyle, one of the other great scholars, he said the main task is planning, organizing, coordinating, and controlling as a management. And that's these managers need to be achieved. And we look around the planning is the right organizing, putting the things in a correct order, ordering and command, your management leadership style, coordinating with all, and control is mean corrective action. If someone not doing the things, we have to, maybe someone need a training, so we have to look around the perspective. So when we looking the strategy and the people, look around the goal, what do you want? Commitment, competency, hence and the cost effective can be leaders, can be transactional leaders. Some people looking at everything as a transaction cost and benefit. So like some maybe in the real life, the friends asking or inviting and offering cup of tea, and they're looking, why I'm offering, what is cost of it, and what really I want to achieve from that person. So it's more about the transactional and transformational. They bring the change, the things what we want to be achieved, in a more effective ways instead of just the costing, innovation and the long-term perspective. When we look in the job design, the scientific school of management, that was more if you pay the piece rate to the people and people work in chain and well control, the people productivity increase. But we have other authors, they say no, we have to look around the welfare of the staff. You give more job, you make them independent, and the Japanese approach more productivity but empower them. That's these are all the approaches. Then we discuss about hard and soft. HRD is the systematic versus integrative, which we discuss, the integrative approach. You not isolate, we can, because we have to work with the finance, production, marketing, all is the contact, because their success is our success is their successes. We have to work as a single unit in the organization to achieve the objective. Knowledge management, of course, knowledge is carry on changing, and you have to manage is workplace learning, organization learning, and knowledge workers, you retain them. Like Google, 60%, 40 to 60% time they're giving people to just think about, bring the idea, then they analyze it in the casting and perspective and making actual softwares or the program or apps, that's it. Really, really is applied to the world. So that's the key really we need to be. So I'll just quick, go back to what we discussed today. We discuss about scientific school of thought, which is F.W. Taylor. He was a bricklayer, studied management degree, and his focus was the chain of command, the chain and the piece rate and the productivity. He was not welfare, so he's most of the work, is the productivity. Then we have the Mayo is more focused on not just the money, but making more people is looking the welfare, human relationship is work a lot, better communication, greater manager involvement, and work in the team that will help. Maslow is more about the looking the needs of the individual. If we meet, that will be happy and ultimately productivity will increase. Frederick Walker Taylor, Frederick Horsberg, other authors, motivator and demotivator. He said, you have to look around the pay is the motivator, but the working condition also. Hygiene factor can be demotivated. Maybe the policies or procedures or the management style, that's not appropriate. That can be demotivated. You have to work on it, and then ultimately, you can improve the performance. You can do the job enlargement, giving more challenging job in more role and responsibility to individual, the people will feel happy. Then we have Henry Mortzberg. He said about we have to look around complexity environment. You have to understand the rate of change in the society, in the industry, and you have to work accordingly. Rational model, which is what is the rationale behind of any change. For more later implement, you have to be look around uncertainty, anything implementation, and the radical approach. Radical changes like now we are moving toward AI, blockchain, and other technologies. So we had a discussion about mission, why we are in the business, and our corporate objective. Everything mission is overall vision, where you want to see, and what you want to it intend to achieve, and objective at the end what you want to achieve. Like today lesson we are learning, but objective is a qualification, good job, career progression, and using knowledge. So that's which we can look at. That's we had a discussion in our lesson, and then we discuss about organization structure, flat structure, tall structures, and departmental different structures. We had a discussion, the metric organization structure, tall and the flat, and the chain of command and communication. Each structure, of course, everything, whatever we do, advantages and disadvantages. So you have to look around, but what is the best for you and your situation, not instead of. So human resource management is design, implement, maintain, and strategy to manage the people, optimize the business performance. End of the day, performance in time, in cost, and quality. That's really we need to be look around. Hard approach, human are lazy, human need to be closely monitored. But the soft approach, human need to be empowered. Human are the most important asset. We need to train human and will bring the competitive advantage. That's more democratic, and other hard is more autocratic approach. So that's we had a discussion about, we went through, and then we discussed about systematic and systematic, and we discussed Norton Kaplan, not only looking the financial side, but look around the non-financial, like I quoted the example of Nokia. Okay, that was the key in our lesson. That's the in today's lesson we cover about the performance and some from performance related issue. And the next lesson will be about assignment discussion, and we'll recap everything, which will be tomorrow. Any question, Osama?
Thanks so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.
You too. Thanks so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.